Hello, good morning and welcome to another Jimbo's Driveway. Today is a big day for me and for the car, but I'll come back to that and tell you why that is in just a moment. I want you to cast your mind back because I can't believe it's almost to the day 2.5 years since I picked this car up. I flew to Scotland near Edinburgh where I went to pick the car up from the previous owner and then drove it back, having not seen it in the flesh at all the way from Scotland down to where we are, just in the southeast of England, and that's where the journey started. I thought this is going to be a great opportunity to start the YouTube content I wanted to do, to tell the story of this car and also what I intended to do with the car over the course of ownership. And at that point I had no idea how long I was going to keep the car for, what I was going to do with it, or what would transpire. We also didn't know at that point that COVID was just around the corner. I bought this car in November 2019, so just a few months after I thought I was going to be getting out and enjoying it and using it in the summer of 2020. Obviously we all know what happened then, and then we've had one issue with the car to another, and it's gone on and on and on. And over that time I've had so many bits done to the car, it's actually almost spent more time in the garage than it's spent out on the road. But nevertheless, I've really enjoyed having my time with this car, and I think by me saying that you can kind of tell where this video is going, because today we are taking this car, driving it from here to Oxford. And the reason we're going to Oxford is because in Abington there's a place called The Market. It's an app platform for auctioning off classic cars, and this car is going to be going in the Market auction later on today, or by the time it's ready, it's going to be available next week. Certainly by the time you see this video, the auction will be live. You'll be able to go and see how this car is doing, and we will see how much I'm able to sell this car. Bearing in mind some of the previous videos where I've shared with you what the car cost me. It cost me £10,000 to start with, and what I've invested in it over the last couple of years, which probably totals, probably getting on for almost another 10. But that's in another video. You can go back and watch that if you want me to go through all the costs and what I've spent on the car. The biggest, expense was probably the overhaul of the intake system, the fuel system, everything that went into that. That was quite a lot of work, but it was a very valuable piece of work that needed to be done, and it's future-proof this car, hopefully for a long time, because all of the rubber hoses that can perish and cause these cars to burn to the ground, that's all been remedied. And some of the other things I spoke about early on was blacking out the lights and the grille, which I did, and I'm really pleased to do, because I think that really finishes the look of the car. And along with these wheels, these 16-inch Jaguar wheels that I've had refurbished with the gold to kind of match the interior of the car and the polished rim, I think this car has now all been brought together. And although if I was going to be keeping it, I would love to refresh the interior some more, because I think that needs some attention. This is now a fantastic car. It's a real bittersweet pill that I'm just selling it when really it's probably the best it's ever been. However, that's the way it goes sometimes, and I'm going to move onwards and upwards. There's also something else I should mention, is that this is going to be the last video for a while, because I'm actually going to be taking a break from the channel. This was obviously the staple of my content, although I did some other things as well. I've got some other things in life that I really need to focus on, and I need to give them all of my attention. I've really enjoyed my journey so far doing the YouTube channel. I can't believe I've got over 1,000 subscribers, which I know in YouTube world is nothing, but to me, I couldn't even believe I had a few hundred people watching my videos, and I've had nearly 30,000 views on my first video, which is just phenomenal. So anyway, today you're going to follow me as we take the car to the market. Hopefully we can have a look around there and see some of the other cars they've got for sale, get a bit of a more insight into what goes into the sale of a car through the auction and through the platform, and then that's it. That'll be us wrapped up for the time being. So anyway, without further ado, let's get going, and we'll see you when we get to the market in Abingdon in Oxford. Well, it was a good couple of hours drive from from where I live to get over to the HQ of the market, where the car has been dropped off. I've done the paperwork bit. That's it. The deal is done. It's going to be around about a week or so until the car has been photographed and is going to be live on the site, but by then hopefully I'm going to tie this in, so this video is going to be out around about the same time. So I'm going to provide a link to the actual auction down below, so go and check it out if you want to go and see the car advertised, and maybe even if you want to bid on it yourself, then that's where you can go and do it. It's a bit of a flying visit here today. I could absolutely spend hours here. There's so many fantastic cars. The staff here are absolutely great. The guy we just dealt with is fantastic, and he said take a walk around, have a look at the cars, you know, all very laid back. Absolute fantastic selection of cars that I've been looking at online, and now I'm actually seeing them. You know, I could spend hours poring over these, but we haven't got time. A couple of favourites. I'm a sucker for a 355. There's one that's just sold. Lovely car, maybe a car for the future one day, who knows. And also what I wasn't expecting to see is another Jaguar that I've followed on a Facebook page, and had no idea that it might be coming up for sale, but I'm guessing because it's here it might be, and that is the Bad Cat Jaguar XK. And that is, you know, some phenomenal car. It's got a manual transmission gearbox, it's supercharged. I've read that it's got something like 700 horsepower, an absolute animal. So I cannot wait to see the reasoning behind that one going up for sale, and to see what that sells for, because that is a very, very interesting car. And aside from that, we've got this D-Type here as well, next to my XJS. So I think all in all, the car's going to be in very good company here. There's lots of Jaguars to keep in company until it finds its new custodian. And all I can say about that is I hope that the new owner gets as much enjoyment and pleasure out of the car as I have. Anyway, that's all for now. I really hope you've enjoyed the story of the XJS since I've owned it for this last couple of years. Do check out some previous videos if you want to see what I've been doing with it in that time and the journey we've been on together. I want to put a few best bits at the end of this video as well. I will be back to YouTube. I don't know when and I don't know what with, but for now, that's all from me. Thank you so much for watching the videos, for all the comments, and all the likes and all the shares and all the love. It's really, I'm really appreciative of it. And all I can say is thank you, goodbye.